Mic test. You know, I have much more fun streaming, thinking about the behind the scenes of streaming, than actually doing the stream, starting the stream. I really like knowing how stuff works. And creating things, I guess. I don't know. I feel like maybe there's a lot of the process that involves fixing things and getting things to work on the most optimal way. And that's what I like about doing stuff. So it's something that I do really enjoy. Haven't been feeling really good either with doing the actual streams, because I don't have this optimal setup ready in my mind. But anyway, there's things I'm getting ready here, which are mainly a Discord server for the channel and the community, and I'm trying to make this feel good right off the bat. But it's such a hard thing. Hey Everett. Glad you liked it. I was waiting for you because, first of all, we need to discuss things and stuff. Having having Twitch and the other platform that I won't mention, the platform that shouldn't be mentioned. Let's discuss things and stuff. Yeah. It's quite complicated. I feel a little split. And I want to move here, but I feel like most of my audience is in there. Like, I built the people who watch my streams in there. And I don't really know how to move them here. And I'm working on the whole Discord server thing to sort of gather everyone together. I feel like there is gonna be my main place of announcement, but it's so much work. And like I was saying, doing the work of putting things together is very fun for me because I want to make everything perfect. But I feel like that makes me take too long to get anything done because I want to get anything, I want to get everything to be perfect before I release it into the world. And maybe that's just not what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just open the Discord server up and I'll make it better as people join and as things go on. Just so I have this channel where I can announce things. Announce what I'm gonna do next, my schedule. Schedule changes if I'm not doing things a certain week. But the other thing I wanted to discuss with you is how hard it was to get this book, the comic. And I haven't read it yet. I have it ready here. I don't know if it's complete. I hope it is. But I feel like it isn't. Like, how long is the comic book supposed to be? Didn't you give me the URL? Oh. It got lost. Hey, Yuzi. It probably got lost because I only have the names of the books in order here. And I looked for it everywhere. But I found it on one website called Yumpo. Yumpo? Yumpo. Yumpo. Are you saying you got a physical copy? No, no, not at all. Not at all. That would be so expensive. It's like a computer price here. Yeah, Yuzi, I'm not accepting direct messages, but thank you. Okay. I'm gonna bring the book up. And also the list I have that you provided me says part 1 and part 0. I'm confident I only have part 1 here. So if you do have working links, you can send me over. But I might show you what I have here. Be warned. Let me bring my monitor up. Here we are, here we are. This is Yumpo. This is what I have. It is a pretty nice reader, to be fair. Can you see biceps? I'm all covered up today, so no. But I did do a back workout today, which was really nice. And I'm thinking of bringing back pull-up streams. Because my pull-up bar is it's gathering dust. It's so unused. So I'm gonna bring that back as well. I'm gonna be streaming more once I have everything set up. I just need that. Like I said, I need stuff to be perfect. And then I can get on with my life. But yeah, this is the book. Everett. Do I have your blessing? Are you looking for links? Does look nice. Here's the link I use. Read all comics. Oh, I don't think that link works. I don't think it does. It doesn't. It doesn't for me. You see? So I went to great lengths to get a book that works. The website is out. Yeah, you see, I feel like they have been on a witch hunt to get this one off the internet. And I couldn't even do this. Like, I couldn't find it from a Good Samaritan. Looks like issue 1. So, is that good? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Am I doing anything right here? It looks really beautiful. Like, the last... I was I was a comic reader when I was younger. Read a lot of comics. It just died down when you sort of stop having the time. And I used to read them on my iPad, so it looked really good and it felt really like a good, because my iPad is 11 inches, so it's really big. It felt like a real book. And my last comic series that I read again was The Sandman, which I'm probably gonna read one more time before I watch the second season of the show. Because I just like The Sandman so much. Should start with issue 1 and then read issue 0. Okay, finding issue 0 is just gonna be a whole other shenanigan. Okay, so we start with this one. I don't recognize anybody. I don't want you to judge me on how lost I am in the universe, because I'm so bad with names. Okay, so this is from the Journal of Atreus the Younger. And it's really short, it seems. Atreus the Younger is supposed to be not the dead, not Atreus the first, Atreus the second. I first became aware of my lineage when my long lost father took me to the ruins of a great underground city. Yeah, now I know who it is. I should have just kept reading. Where I learned that I'm one of the last survivors of the ancient race called the Ni. The Ni were masters of an art that transcended time and space, allowing their kingdom to embrace worlds upon worlds. Is this at the cavern or at the desert? Then treachery, poison gas, billowed through the stone halls of the Ni in the blink of an eye, and in the blink of an eye, the people of the Ni were no more. Victims of a rebel whose ambitions had been denied. My father again introduced me to the art that had so elevated the Ni. Why is the font so terrible? Through the creation of books, the master scribes of the Ni could link to any world they could envision. Worlds that the Ni called ages. Worlds my father called his. This is gonna spoil the story for a lot of people that haven't read the books. Seeking to restore the Ni to its former glory, my father grew drunk with power. Is this the father? Is Sephiroth his father? In the heights of Gen's delusion, he sought further control the art by marrying his best student, Catherine, the woman I loved. Supposed to be sort of like Atreus' handwriting in the Misfun journals. They didn't think about dyslexic people. In Gen's madness, he tried to murder me. I had no choice but to banish him on a dying age called Riven and link to our new home. So Gen is stuck in Riven? Now Catherine and I have sons of our own, Sirius and Ekener. Ekener? Beautiful. We have protected our sons from the Harrow lessons my father taught me. What's Harrow? For our example, they are learning discipline and conduct befitting the Ni heritage. What's Harrow? Teach. I have great plans for Sirius and Eknar. Their proper education is of paramount importance, for they are the future of the Ni. Okay, so I assume Anna is dead at this point, and she's not gonna be mentioned at all. And fuck it. So this is the joining. Oh, somebody saying, I'm not gonna be interpreting the voices. Cast off already, Sirius. We do not have all day. And I read the tea online. I read that the brothers are supposed to be switched, but I really don't remember them from the game. I couldn't put the names together, put the names along the faces anyway, because I'm just so bad at that. So, but Ekner, Father's Journal, why did you throw it overboard? Oh, yeah, it's in the water here. Because, dear brother, you've been reading when you should have been sailing. Now cast off. And do not be overly concerned about Father's Journal. He has a notebook for every hair on his head. Atreus would rather write than live, and you definitely do not, so they call their father by their name. And you definitely do not want to have your nose in a book now. Our adventure is just beginning. Very nice Star Warsian boat here. Heckner, where are we going? Guess. I hate these games you play, just tell me. Have father's lessons do your sight as well as your wits? Behind us, the black ships. Ooh, they're ships. Each son's characterization is basically opposite of what it should be based on what we saw in Miss One. So yes, the writer seems to have just accidentally inverted them. Somehow no editor noticed. I guess they are like me. Like it doesn't really matter who is who. Because I do really have a hard time getting attached to stories in a sense where the people really mean something. I'm much more attached to stories where the story itself means something. Which is weird because I'm good at remembering visual things, just not putting those visual things with names. I don't know. It's something with people, maybe. Okay, so they're running from the black ships. Raise sail, hurry, Ekener, they're outrunning us. Ekener, don't just stand there. Ekener, okay, so Ekener, like here, I don't know, I already forget. Ekener is the blue-haired guy. And he's the one in command, but now he's the one being told to not just stand there. So that confuses me. This is part of your plan, isn't it? Serious, I may have to revise my opinion of you yet. I love the drawing. I love comics. I claim this bounty on the name of the Ebony Cardinal. They don't touch anything, that's my father's boat. Oh, hey, don't touch anything, that's my father's boat. That seemed to really frighten them, Sirius. When does the fun begin, Ekener? So they're just chatting? Like, this is completely normal? Calm yourself, brother. It's all part of the plan. Just follow my lead. Sure, Ekener, your plans have worked so well up to now. Oh, Dark Majesty. I, your most unworthy arm. Oh, so this is a third guy talking, because the speech bubble is different. Do provide the shadow you seek. I don't know what shadow is either. In the bosom of the nameless one you are blessed, arm. The cardinal thanks you, now be gone. So this is... the blonde one is serious. Your Majesty, I... So now he takes lead. Okay. His Holiness, the Cardinal has not given you permission to speak. What's whelp? I don't know any of these words. The Cardinal will wish to have your insolent tongues ground to powder. You don't frighten us. Wait to follow my lead, sirs. Do you know who we are? By the nameless one you shall have your eyes plucked and your backs broken. You wouldn't dare. Our father is Atreus. Let me handle this, sirs. I'm not even sure I'm saying his name correctly. This is gonna be a journey. That accursed name is forbidden by order of the Cardinal. You shall die 100 deaths. Your every waking hour will be a torment. You hold your tongue, speaker. Thou art blessed and excused. Yes, of course, Your Holiness. Still looking for a copy myself, so I'm a bit behind you. I wonder if Cyan started asserting his rights, which I had not expected he would ever do. That's impressive. Sire, I'm Ekner, and this is my brother Sirius. Okay, so I'm supposing that Ekner is coming to these guys for help. dethrone his father of something, but this isn't their age or a different age. We have a proposition for you. We do? Thou may speak, son of the ages. We are fair minded, even to the scions of our nemesis. We shall give you the means to extend your dominance over this age if you allow us to safe passage through your waters. This is your great plan? Father will never be able to find us in this black sheep territory. We will be able to go wherever we want without interference. Thou bargains with us. Thou hast courage as vast as our dominions. What thou seekest, thou may have, young ones, and more. Yes, thou shalt join us in body and spirit. You wouldn't dare to make us slaves? You are warriors, not thralls. You are free to depart if that is your desire. We want to join you. Of course, thou dost. The all-knowing nameless one hath brought thee to me. Come then. We have much to learn from each other. Thou shalt teach our artisans the secrets of the ages. Yet first, thou shalt experience our ships, the glory of our onboard armories, our pleasure gardens, our hard-working thralls. Know that thou art of our fleet, that the nameless one doth protect thee, and nothing will stand between thou and what thou desire again. Okay, we're living in Juneland here. Do you remember the black ships from this one? No. There's a little ship, a little boat where we get off in the beginning, but I don't remember any others. Like, I really, really, really just remember the spaceship thing. And in the mainland, the little one. Praise the nameless one that provideth this bountiful feast. As I recall, your worship, these fish came from a captured Chemderite fishing trawler. What my brother means to say, no, Ekenar, we appreciate thy brother's candor. Sirius is perfectly correct. The nameless one provides for his people. It was his will that the Chemderites secured this fine catch, and his will that we secured them. Tell us, how did thou find our ship? Everything is so primitive, yet elegant in its simplicity. Is that answering the question? Excellent. Then thou shalt begin with thy glorious improvements at first light. No longer will our people be feathered by one such as the Atreus. My brother and I look forward to being of great service to you if you can provide us with a few small amenities. Hey Chris! Welcome! How are you doing? If you want to refresh yourself, you could reread Atreus' Mechanical Age Journal, upon which this heavily relies. Oh no. In the game? Too much reading. That's why I was like, okay, this one, it's really short. Like, I see it seems to have 36 pages, so it's a really short comic. I was like, okay, we can do this. But if I want a game, I want a game. I much rather the game showed, and I understand the limitations of the era when they were making this, where either you were putting walls of text on screen, or the games were text-based. Or we had the sort of thing we had where you show just one screen at a time and everything is static. But I much rather things be explained in games by exposition rather than us finding diaries or books in game. That's just crazy. Here's a transcript if you want to make any references. Oh, about the mechanical era. Okay. Are there pictures? What kind of tea am I drinking? I'm drinking cinnamon. What's the name of the thing? Also, hey, Kaipa, welcome. What's what's the name of the berry that's not strawberry but it's pink? So it's pink berry that I don't remember the name. Raspberry. Raspberry, cinnamon, and something else, which I don't know the name in English. Enjoying your time by doing relaxing things. Yeah, trying to. Raspberry, thank you. But oh, there's a whole transcript of the thing. Okay. So the black ships are in mist. Oh no, this is the mechanical age. Sorry, I know so much. So are the mechanical age is the one where we had the last one we went to, where we had the sound puzzle. Also, this is my comically large cup that I've been loving lately, where I can drink a lot at once. Hey, Captain Hardship, welcome. So he was protecting the people in this age. Will I read to? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. We're doing a lot of multitasking here. This is a graphic novel from the Mist lore books. Yes. This is a prequel to the first game in book form, in comic book form. And after this, we play the second game. The Selenitic Age. Mechanical Ages, this one with the fortress. The Atreus second build to defeat the black ships. So it's not one of the ones that we visit during Mist. Okay, so we stopped at small amenities. Look at this place, Hakenar. Even father never had such a workshop as this. How many times do I have to tell you, forget father? I suppose you're right. Why though? Like why do they hate father? Or is this a thing where there's a generational oscillation with the Dni? And we have a good Dni, then son of the good Dni is bad, and then son of bad Dni is good. And strong times make weak men, and weak times make strong men. Is that sort of what we're getting at here? We spend significant time in this age. I have no idea where we're at. Okay, Ekner, are we doing the right thing? The black ships take what they want when they want it. Boo hoo hoo. Like the cardinal said, this is the way of things. Do you want to go back to father? The index is all wrong, Sirius. You do not have a grasp on the material, Sirius. Your observations are incomplete, Sirius. Okay, so this is why he hates father. He's just teen anger. Look at all we have accomplished without Atreus. Steam-driven harpoons, the forging of steel, and the creation of new weapons. To these ignorant fanatics, we are no longer mere mortals, but gods. Yeah, I think this is it. I think we have good knee, bad knee generational thing here. The Dark Cardinal, the Nameless One incarnate, shall now consecrate the bond of initiation. Come forward, sons of Atreus, and share our blood. This is only wine, isn't it, Agnet? Isn't it? The first covenant that thou shalt enter is obedience to the Nameless One. The second is to embrace the wonderment of death, which is the source of life. And the third mystery thou must never reveal. It's incredible. Henceforth, thou both art my sons. What's the third mystery? Is the third mystery wall of schools? Really like the artwork. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, I really like old school comics artwork where there's a lot of detail and actual shading. Got the late 90s Dark Horse kind of look. It's from Dark Horse, I think, as far as I seen. I never realized just how beautiful they are just before they die. Oh no. Shall we hang your trophy here, your eminence? Higher, you fool. I want to see from all angles. His trophy is a chest bone thing. Clumsy oaf. Mercy, Master Egner. Shall I have the worthless thrall flayed alive, your eminence? Yes. I mean, no. I shall decide after I take my leave. You know, Sirius, now that we are the sons of the Cardinal, we can do anything. I nearly had a thrall killed just for spilling my wine. Why didn't you? I would have. Okay. Corrupted. Very nice. Beautiful ships. What am I saying, Agner? What's happening to me? Your eyes are opening. Sirius, nothing more. I feel so different, and I haven't thought about mother or father in days now. Do you miss them? No, but I miss missing them, if you know what I mean. It's like I don't know who I am anymore. Interesting. On the other hand, have had on the other hand, have had thoughts of my father and mother. I'm sure that father is looking for us, and cannot find us, of course. But suppose he alters the book for this age. That could change everything. Father could destroy this entire age if he wanted to. Not if we possess his book series. So this is how they got dead imprisoned in the first place. We'll use Father's library at the fortress to link to Mist and take all the books with us. Then we will destroy the fortress. Later, we'll destroy the bookstore in Kandar, so Atreus will never be able to return. Then we have the books. We can lead the black ships to other ages. Think of it, Sirius. We could be masters of all ages, just like our ancestors. Father's at the fortress, Ekner. Now what do we do? Of course he is. Listen and learn. Ah, so this is the one where we... Oh, this is the one I spent the most time in, right? Where you have to rotate the building? Of course he is. Listen and learn. Listen and learn. Now you remember. Yeah, because I see the little drawing there. Very cute. From the journal of Atreus the Younger. My sons have returned. Joy fills my heart. I explained to you the dangers. Oh, he doesn't look anything like I portrayed him in my mind. Oh. This is terrible. I explained to you the dangers inherent in this age, and gave you strict guidelines to direct your explorations, yet you both disregarded my explicit instructions. You shouldn't have worried, father. Ekner and I can take care of ourselves. Yes. Your good judgment is legendary, Sirius. So they came back with normal clothes. And oh, but they had their normal bolt. Okay. So this is part of the plan. We will immediately link to Mist. Your mother has been extremely anxious. Anxious? Serious, Ekner? Thank heavens you both are alright. Where have you been? What happened to you? The boys took a pleasure cruise through the mechanical age, without concern of the dangers of the black ship, or to my instructions. I promise it will never happen again, mother. Oh, I can't with his face. I don't know. Didn't you just envision him looking like Rand Miller? Like, ugh. Terrible. You are correct, Sirius. It will not happen again. From this point forward, you and your brother will no longer be allowed to travel independently. But father, we were just fine. We No, Sirius. Father is right. We deserve to be punished for our inconsiderate behavior. At least I can I developed such a nick so quickly to this type of character. Like I'm not really it feels a little teenagey, you know? To have somebody be so I don't know. It feels like a caricature because I don't think I've ever met anyone like that in real life, and this is something that is so weird to me because develop a what? What did I say? Develop something? Ah, an ick. Ick? You know what an ick is? Ick. Yeah. Thank you, Everett. and people and in all of the coming of age movies, actually, I think most United Station stories have this type of character or this archetype where the person is just a scheming, selfish, teenagey, lying, sly person. And I'm like, I've never met anyone like that in real life, like ever. It's just not something that happens, you know? And as a teen, I've never met anyone like that. As a child, I've never met anyone like that. I don't see people like that existing. And it seems to be so common in the US. So it's really interesting to me. Anyway, at least Ekener is taking full responsibility for his actions. Perhaps he's finally growing up, though I do continue to worry about Sirius. I never know who is who. The ages that I have written are dangerous and unpredictable places, and yet my sons have so much to learn. On reflection, perhaps I was too hard on them. After all, neither of them was hurt. So there's a next betrayal, which I've read that it wasn't published, so we can't read it. I have greater understanding of my father now. A father's love is difficult to temper with reason. And then there's a little what's this? A picture? The nameless one is grateful for this wonder, son of the Atrus. Together we shall put the book of good use. Oh, to good use, father. Okay, so the guy just emancipated himself. And this is the same oh, this is just an essay from the editor. Okay. And there's a timeline for the people who want to know what to do in order. So I can refer to this actually. if this link doesn't go down. And now we play Riven. Can I? Because I won't find a new... I won't find a new link for the other publication. Like in this same website, there's no... zero. Ah, I found it. The betrayal issue never existed because of the fallout from the problem with issue 1. The contract between Cyan and the comic writer collapsed, and there was just issue 0 to wrap things up with. Oh. And issue 0 is 20 pages long. Okay, so we can do that. This one? But then who wrote this? Okay, so we have from the same journal as before, from the Journal of Atreus. Even the abiding calmness of Miss Island is no consolation to me tonight. My fears refuse to be subdued. Though I have journeyed to 100 worlds and discovered 100 more, my own heart remains a mystery in the matter of Gen. And like, he's completely different from the game. Why did they do the comics with a guy completely different from the game if it's supposed to be the same guy? It doesn't make any sense. And the children are not the same either, because we see them. I now remember that we see them in the actual game. But when you read the first book, Tiana's book, they described the Denis as pale beings and with very slim faces. So none of the actual images of the people match. The guy is 10. Like, he's not pale at all. Again, the self-proclaimed god. He looks more like what I imagine. Lord, our land is dying. Forgive us if we angered you. Oh, I remember this. Gan the Destroyer. This is but a demonstration of my awesome powers. I thought it necessary, should your people ever think to defy me or my son. Gan, my father. Can I use the keyboard? I can. Years ago, my father and I strolled through the dead boulevard of Denis. In the midst of the ruins, he explained that we are the last of our kind, the last of the Denis. While Homo sapiens took its first tentative steps on the savannah of Earth, the Denis dominated 1,000 worlds, an empire made possible by the art of writing. So this is passages. Pretty illustration. I remember this. Do I not? Denis Guildsmen wrote books describing the worlds they wanted to link to. The Denis called these worlds ages. Copying passages from the ancient books, my father created new ages to dominate, all in the name of our Denis ancestors. In his madness, he destroyed whole civilizations and would have murdered me. I left my father to the age of Riven, where he could no longer do any harm. Or can he? In my mercy, have I allowed the possibility of Gen's murder's return? I mean, rough font, yeah, terrible. Very, very Prometheus of this whole thing. The Denis are compassionate, perhaps too compassionate. In the end, this proved to be our undoing. My mother Anna pleaded for pleaded pleaded for the rebel Viovis. The council of five spared his life. Is this Viovis? Viovis escaped and was able to destroy the people of the knee, all because of Anna's compassion. But she wasn't the knee, so the argument is kind of bad here. Even Gan himself warned me about mercy. The world we inhabit is a harsh one, Atreus. Sentiment will kill you as surely as a blade in the back. Have I made Anna's error? Should I have taken the life of my father when I had a chance? Hey, Cad. We are reading the prequel to Mist in preparation for Riven, the second game of the series. The Book of Black Ships, which is part of Mist. Exactly. Thank you, Everett. Perhaps the answer lies within the story of the first guildmaster. Before the time of ages. Let all the knee rejoice. With this book, I, Varsil, have succeeded where all other scribes have failed. I had imagined them using different clothing as well. You have perfected the art, master? Indeed I have, Atek. And now a journey is in order. Then I can accompany you to the new age? Again, none of these guys are pale. Of course, Atek, without your loyalty, I never would unlocked the secret of the core. While the others laughed at the homely Varsil and ridiculed my art, you stood by me. Come, Attica, give me your hand and let me show you my world. Mm. Mm. They're gonna know the whole world together. Gazing more in wonder, Attic, is it not spectacular? With two suns, Tatooine? The growing season is all year round, and the soil is so rich in minerals that seeds germinate practically before you plant them. Do you approve, my young friend? So much grain. You've done it, Verso. You've really done it. Now the knee will never starve again. Yes, I call this age Dania in honor of the princess. She will be my wife. Excuse me? Since our father's time, we Dni have starved. Yeah, guys, you live in a cave. Like, what's the whole? What was the thought process there? In the palace of King Clevis. What a name. With your creation of the Age of Dania, you have ended our bondage. Name your desire, Master Verso, and we shall grant it. I request the hand of the woman I love, your daughter, the Princess Dania. Well, that seemed just. Jumpu says that my name is already a username. Oh, I don't have an account. I just got it. You mock us. Our only daughter has the blood of 1,000 kings coursing through her veins. A commoner will no sooner. He just made like the best age ever and saved your entire race, and then you're like, oh, you're a commoner. If anything, he's a very smart commoner, so why do this? A commoner will no sooner wed a princess than a base animal. Your effrontery would cost your head if you had not done us a fair service. We grant you clemency, and you resume the audience when it pleases us, and not before. Okay, but you promised. He lies. Take him away. I love the helmet here. Or crown, I don't know. All my life, my social superiors have jeered at my ideas, ridiculed my appearance, belittled my accomplishments. Oh, this is the guy. I think this is the guy. Yet, it is they who are judged superior to me. No longer. Please, master, calm yourself. Come, Attic, we shall retreat to a new age of my creation, taking my books for all ages with me, including the age of Dania. But the people will starve. Yes, hunger will persuade them to support me when I return with an army of followers from my ages, Clevis. Head will be struck from his shoulders, and the princess will be mine. That was a man? No. This is a man? Okay. You are the only one I trust, Attic. You shall help me again with my vengeance. Hurry, Attic, we have a war to win. Master, I cannot let them starve. Barsil, stop! See how the need dies, Attic, a page at a time. Only you and I can recreate the age of Dania now. Only we. Ah! I'm sorry, Master. I can't let you do this. I'm your friend, but I'm the knee first. Such a hero. Guy detected. You too, Attic? After all we have been through together, I expected better no matter, my hand will not be stayed. As long as I have eyes to see and lungs to breathe, you cannot stop me from writing new ages. I will gather my army and Clevis will die. Is he not talking to the Clevis right now? Is he thinking? Unless you plan to kill me. Is he talking to the guy in third person about the guy he's talking to? Oh, and then there's a preview. Okay. No, I thought not. You were always like a son to me, Attic. I will spare your life when I'm king of the Denis. I cannot kill you and I cannot let you go free. Are they like generation before the other? Because we may be seeing the pattern. Um, but you will never create another book because you cannot write if you cannot see. Oh my god. Varsil's work became the foundation for all the Denis civilization, though he never wrote another word. Although proclaimed a hero, Etek left Denis, never to return. He could not forgive himself for blinding his mentor. Etek had the courage to save both Denis and his mentor, though it cost him his own happiness. I fear my own solution falls far short, and I shall pay a far, far greater price. This is Atris talking. Oh, it's over? Oh no. I mean, oh yes, but what? Ah, his solution is like banishing the guy to another age. Okay. How's the Discord server coming along? Oh, I was talking about that before. I have it, but I'm a person that really likes to have everything perfect before I let it out into the world. And I feel like I'm just trying to think about everything in a community that we don't know exactly what we are gonna need in a Discord server. And of course, I've never made one before. So I think I'm just gonna like give it to you guys with like 2 or 3 channels. I just wanna hook up an announcement channel to uh like have announcements of when I publish new videos or when I'm going live, and then I'm just gonna let it out and we can sort of get it ready together and make channels as we need them. But there's a lot of stuff that we need to. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that we need to. Did those books come with the game? No, they came before the game. But after, I mean, Everett can answer that better than I, but it's separate things of the same universe trying to complement each other and make the universe make sense, which not always works. But about the Discord server, I need to make a lot of configs to make sure it's safe for everybody, and especially safe for myself. But I'm planning to get it out there soon. I didn't get it ready for today, but I want it as soon as possible. Yeah, my little hand. Okay, you guys can't see the game, so I'm gonna have to change places here. And then I can try to fix this. Did I have the same issue with Mist? Oh, it's showing. Okay. Water effect mode transitions. I don't think I have a Discord account, but I'll make one just to participate in the community. Thank you. Yeah, that's one thing. Like, I wish I could centralize announcements and communication, because it's so hard having so many different social media places where I have to kind of duplicate the same thing. And I don't really like that. And I know people have their preferred platform. So I'm not gonna get everybody together with a Discord server, but I feel like it's much more of a hub for many different things to be able to put them together, you know? Make it the most secure as possible. Thank you. It took me all that time to download a PDF of issue 1 so that I never have this problem. Oh, thank you. It's nice that you're trying to keep it going. What's setup? Monitor adjustments. Please oh, let's change the subject, because we're just entering Mist. Oh, we're just entering Riven. There's 2 Rivens here. I think I'm playing the sequel to Mist. And I'm changing my name as well. It's harder to do this on YouTube. I shouldn't say the platform name. Sorry, Twitch. I love you, Twitch. I love you, Twitch people. Don't leave me. Oh, Riven. 1997, a year after I was born. 2 years after I was born. I think you've buried the lead a bit. What do you think of the antagonist being a morbidly obese man in I don't think anything of it. What's the issue with that? Like, isn't that fairly common actually? Like, we've seen Dune. I think it's fairly common. I don't really take on appearances a lot. I'm okay with people being what they are. I don't like that there is a kind of stereotype. There is a stereotype in all media where there's a lot of stereotypes in media where people with non ideal appearances are usually cast as villains or bad people, or people not as intelligent and all of that stuff. And I don't really like that because it's just not true. And more attractive people are usually cast as the heroes or the good people or the... I'm young. Oh. I don't think I'm that young, but thank you. But yeah, Mist was from when I was born, and I played it as a kid. Little kid, learning how to face my fears because the game was really scary. He was remind me of Baron Harkonnen. Yeah, really, really. I think there was a theme sort of on the last century with villains and empires. Never heard of Miss, so will be an interesting watch. Ooh, I hope I don't ruin it. Narratively, there's often an association between obesity and decadence. And Dune being examples. Yeah, and not only that, but like scars. Like there's a whole association of purity and people being feeling untouched because they don't have scars or blemishes or any facial features or physical features that catch attention. But the only reason that those features catch attention is because we are not portraying them, you know? And if we stop hiding everything that we feel catches too much attention and deviates from the plot, then we are not gonna make people be able to look at that and not see the thing we're trying to not point at. I feel like it's very contradictory of people when they say things like, "Oh, don't look at my belly," for example. When you say that, the first thing the person, it may be that the person wasn't even thinking about it, but the first thing they're gonna think about when you say "don't look at my belly" is about your belly, you know. So when you're trying to take attention away from something, you just put it at and don't mention it. Leave it there because it exists and it's normal and it's not a thing that you need to, like, oh, there's a scar on somebody's chin. You don't need to explain why that scar is there or give it a meaning and say that, oh, this person with a lot of scars is bad because they went through a lot of hardships and torture and they became a bad person and a, a vengeful spirit, you know. Maybe the person was just a kid that played outside a lot and they fell a lot and they have a lot of scars from being a good kid and having fun in life and, I don't know, hiking, you know. It's just mal association. There's an association between deformity and evil. James Bond is a huge example. Yeah, James Bond is like the most iconic example of that. And I think it coined a lot of the later or the contemporary media to do the same. Captain Hardship, let's go. Okay, so this is telling me to turn the contrast on my. I'm not gonna do this. Stop. Volume adjustment. Adjust the volume of your computer using the two sounds above. I feel like this was needed a lot more in the past than it is now. There's no sound in the second sound. The second sound doesn't have any sound. Contrast won't change for us either, so don't bother. Yeah, exactly. Like in the past, there used to be a lot more fiddling with monitors and different settings, whereas today everything is much more standardized. And I have like 1,000 lights on my face, so I need to be able to see. I need stuff to not be too dark because it's gonna be really hard for me if there's something with a higher contrast. How much did you remember from playing Myst as a kid? Well, not nearly enough, as much as I needed to get through the game without embarrassing myself on the internet. But I remembered the stars and constellations. I remember a lot of the sounds. See, the guy doesn't look like the comic.
I need your help.
And he doesn't look like the guy in the first game either.
There's a great deal of history that you should know.
Hair was darker.
But I'm afraid that I must continue my writing.
Did it feel as easy as an adult compared to as a kid? It felt easier.
Most of what you'll need to know is in there. Keep it well hidden.
But the thing is, when I was a kid, I didn't speak English, so I didn't understand most of the game.
For reasons you'll discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book back here to Dunny.
Dunny?
But it's actually a one-man prison.
Oh, this is Riven's book.
You'll need
Okay.
it, I'm afraid.
So we are in Dunny?
Again. Once you've found Catherine, signal me, and I'll come with a linking book to bring us back.
How am I gonna signal you? Do we have a phone? A walkie-talkie? Talk! Man, this age is detailed.
There's also a chance, if this all goes well, that I might be able to get you back to the place that you came from.
What is the place I came from? Who am I? Because this is H's, we're gonna find somebody. We are not the sons. Who are we? I forget. If we know who we are. Take off your shoes. You're in the presence of the greatest game of all time. Wow. I was playing games on my PS1 without understanding anything and just figuring things out by myself. Yeah, like, I feel like a lot of my English is due to the games I played, of course. But I just couldn't. We sit up. I'm sitting up. I think when I was playing this, it was in parallel with my dad and we talked about it. Oh yeah, I played it with my dad, but my dad didn't know English either, so... Two of us, as lost as could be. Oh. Bye! Did my book... Why did he link me to a cage? Or a jail cell or something? Oh, there's a book. Bye! Oh, you're saving me? Thank you. Nice colors you have there. Oh, did he take a book? So this is point and click to the, like the other one, right? Yeah. Okay, I've never played this one. I only played Myst, ever. So I have no memory of this place. Let's see. What does my little hand turn into when I can interact with things? Apparently I don't know yet, so. Oh. Ah. Pretty. Very nice. It reminds me a bit of the little thingy. The Millers disagree about who you are. In Rand's canon, you are someone who lived in modern-day New Mexico in the early 19th century, so the goal is to get to New Mexico. In Robin's canon, you are you, so your goal is to get back to your home in Brazil. Get it? Okay, there's a dagger, big dagger here. This is a huge world. And a lot more to click on. Hey! Can you get that? Like, just get that for me? No? Okay. Beautiful place. I like that the stairs are bone shaped. Okay, door. Huh. Button. Okay, button rotates. Hmm. And I feel like... Ah, there's a peephole. And there's a symbol that might mean something. Okay, so what does the peephole do for me? I can't turn around and press the button again while I'm there. So that's one thing we gotta remember. My tea has gone cold. I need to get a mug warmer to have on my desk. But so far I couldn't find any local stores that sell one. There's two peepholes. Ah! I have notes! They held for more than 30 years, but the corrections I made to Riven have finally failed. The island has resumed the familiar pattern of decay that is a hallmark of my father's work. I must now race to implement this new patch before it's too late. I only hope that my revised theories are sound. Oh, my god. Okay. Hopefully I don't have to read that. I think that's called turning your desk into a stove. Yeah, it's a little stove. Like a little USB stove that you have on your desk and it fits just one mug. And I want one of those because now I have this big thing and my tea turns cold so easily. Because I can't. Ah, so the peepholes. We're looking at this guy and the other guy. Oh, can I not leave with it open? No, it closes, okay. And this guy. Right? Or was it this guy and this guy? Because the door was... Huh. So my hand doesn't turn into anything when I can click on something. That's a little bit annoying. Ah, so the peepholes are from... Ah, this is beautiful. Are from the text. One of the peepholes is from here. Oh no, there's text in all walls. Okay. So maybe I have to recognize which text. No, all of the text looks the same. But there's the door. And I imagine pulling the right scarabs. There's a peephole here. And a peephole here. So this is the first... No. This is the first one? Ah, I have to click again. Remember when you say you're the one reading your games? Well, that was quaint. Welcome back to this game. I didn't read anything in the first one, so we are gonna get there. Okay, Jesus. Moon and Sun. Jesus, Moon and Sun. And what about the other one? Peephole. But I'm ah, yeah, because the door was there, so it is this one. Okay, book being burnt. Okay. There's a bridge. Stairs. A door on the rock. The images in the Beatles... Sorry. The images in the Beatles were the art on the sleeves of the 5 CDs, so originally you could start playing even before turning the computer on. There were 5 CDs for one game? We can sit in the mind controlling chair. And there's a mic. What's this? Oh. Okay. Door open. What's this? This looks down at a little staircase. And then I pull this. Huh? I love just doing stuff. Let's see where this goes. You had to swap the cities in and out throughout the game. Wow. We are old, right? We really are old. What's supposed to be happening here? Okay, nothing happens here. Fine. Keep your secrets. Let's go down even further. Nope. Here. Into the cave. Stone door. So this is the room we opened the door. Upstairs. Wow. Pretty. Guts? Ah, it's fruit. 1900s technology. Indeed. But I love that because simpler games after that came with an installing CD and a game CD where you had to use one disc to install the game and then a second one to play it, and then you couldn't ever play the game if you don't have the actual playing disc on. And it was really cool. A good, I don't know, anti-piracy method. Not that you couldn't just emulate the second CD anyway, but it felt much more tactile, all of the experiences we had when technology wasn't as advanced, you know? Okay. I guess... Is this a creature? Like a fish? I guess when we sit on that chair upstairs or put somebody there sitting and then this opens. There's a door here as well. Ah, this is where the second camera was looking at. Camera. Very animated. Ooh. There comes our shutter. Looks like a fish. So this is where the fish motif started. Everything became fish and we all returned to fish. Huh. I don't know if I should just go. Because there's things here that I haven't explored yet. So I'm gonna go back real quick. How do I go back? Here. There. Did I look at this huge dome? No, I haven't. Okay, let's go here. Ah, so nothing to actually see here. Ah, a padlock. Okay. And something. Do I collect stuff in this game? I can just go below. But there's a thing here. This. Can I not collect this? I'm so used to games where you have an inventory and you have to combine stuff, not just solve the puzzle. And one of the peepholes. So from here, so we can move the door. Is this a face? Like there's a nose here and the lips. Looks like a face. And the chin. So chin, lips, nose. So can I move the door? But was that the first peephole? I guess we can't see the door from here. So maybe... Yes. Oh. Below? Please? Yeah, there... The door's open. Okay. So we move something else. Ha! Little spaceship. Okay, I'm just doing stuff and I'm not really thinking about the consequences of my actions. I can look up. So this released some kind of gas. And I opened this thing here. And what about the stars? What do I do with the stars? And if I click the button, we're trapped here. So why would I want to click the button from here? What does that do for me? Because of this. Can I do this? I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, I can't open this door apparently. So now do I like interact with these guys? Maybe do I have to interact with them in the right order of the story? Like, what's this? Trees. There's a council looking down. Okay, this is Scarab. One to the right. Then two to the right. People worshipping the book that was made from the sacred trees. And then the third one. They created the world. Then the fourth one. They became gods of the books. And the fifth. They cast fire with the sun. Okay. That didn't do anything. So I put the two levers up. So that must... And I heard something opening upstairs. And this is open now. So we check outside and see what changed. I don't like having to look at the button while stuff's moving. Now, how do I get out? Was it from the other door? I'm gonna have to do this like 1,000 times. Could I look at the peepholes from inside out? Yeah, I think I fucked up with the order here. No, this is right. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So designers had to squeeze all onto the 5 CD, so there are some creative ways to save space, like having to look at the button here. Yeah, but it's just bad. It makes me anxious. Ah, so he got this one, the thing stuck with his dagger symbol. Is this different now? Ah. Okay, so there's a certain order to this. I think I gotta get the thing below it open first before I do this. 'Cause, 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 Oh, so the lever is up and down. Okay. And then it makes a sound when it stops. Okay. Here. Anything that I can do? No. Okay. I don't know why we can look down here like there's nothing. So I gotta find a sequence. There was a thing. Okay, I do have to open that thing. How do I open it? How do I find a sequence of buttons? And why can't I look this way? There's nothing here. Okay. Let's go back. I do think the scarabs have something to do with it. But I can't translate that. I can look at the ground here because I haven't really paid attention to see if there's any difference on the leaves, but there isn't. Oh. The dome! Pretty dome. This is the pool where where Atreus came from below into Riven. Very pretty. Ah. So is this something we powered from below? This lifts something. Lift the bridge. Lower the bridge. Didn't lower the bridge. Why? Why? I like that we can look at the scenery. Looks good. What's this? Okay, this is certainly a trap. Ah, it looks like a lift. So we're missing like a crank. Oh, we're not missing anything because we don't have an inventory. Eh. Does this lower the bridge? But we need the lift to work. Oh. Okay. So this is the room below us where there's the scarabs, right? and the peepholes and the door. And then there's a 1 here, but it doesn't go in 1-step increments. So 1 L square. But how do I determine like I really, really like this. But I feel a little bit overwhelmed with how many things are happening everywhere all at once. And not knowing exactly what's the next step. And I'm just trying everything all the time, not knowing exactly what it's gonna do. And I feel like that's a little bit my fault because I didn't look at the world without interacting with it at first. So I don't know what's changed since I touched anything. I can't look at the people from this side. But let's imagine this. There is 2 doors. So there is 2 doors. And the peepholes. And it is a square room. No. 2 peepholes here and 1 peephole there. So there's 3 peepholes. In these games, it's a good idea to note everything's initial position before you make changes. Oh, that ship has sailed, unfortunately. This is where I came from. And this is what I'm faced with. Sound is a little bit unsettling, which is good. Good old mist, making me scared. But we have sort of a thing that connects here. So maybe these are the peepholes because I just said there's 3. But I'm not really sure I'm looking at that room for real. But if I am, it wouldn't make sense because one of the things lines up with one of the peepholes, which doesn't happen on the room. So maybe I'm looking at this. And how do I get over there? On that side? Because this is round, so it makes more sense that the picture is talking about this. And there's a door to the other side that I need this lift for. But the lift doesn't work. Have I lowered the bridge? Nope. Was it because this has a sound of gas. And there was the thing downstairs where there was gas that I opened. Yeah, and this is the part. Okay, so I get it. This is the part No, because it couldn't. This should connect. Because that side doesn't connect. I guess it goes down. And then it ends up there. So it does circle around. So it is. This is... Yeah, and that's that door. And then that door is this. And the door we came in is this one. So this is this room. Okay. I know how to get there. We are gonna get there eventually. Let me look at the other thing I turned on. Ah, shit. I always clicked the wrong thing here. Was it this? Oh, the face. No, it wasn't here. Was it? Where's the button? Oh, I gotta do it from the other side. And that's to go to the other island, so... I gotta do it from here. So we do one. But this is round as well. Because it does... And this opens that. But it doesn't open this. I need 2 rotations to get there. And I assume that in the remake you move freely. I think it's a first person free camera. So I imagine there's not as much weight between doing these things. Oh. That's not what I thought was gonna happen. Riven 2024 has free roam, so you see much more of how the mechanisms work, I guess. Can I look up here? No. Which makes it a little bit more intuitive because... Like this, I'm looking at a button. I'm not exactly seeing what's happening, so I could not be putting it together in my mind. Like, for example, this didn't actually change. It's easier to keep one's bearings in free roam. Okay. Not the side I wanted to go. This one. There's one thing I turned on. Was it this? Oh my god. Not the hidden doors. But you didn't say anything about my theory of... It's not here. Where is the thing? There was a lever that I turned on. Am I crazy? And it had a drawing. And I like that there's the daggers of the little guy. To show that he's been here. Like, this shows that the guy that freed me has been here. My little friend. And it wasn't here. Um, I'm confused now because I feel like there was a third place that I don't know how to get to now. Because I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Like a door? How does this age itself compare to your expectations? I feel like it's beautiful. A little bit more rocky than I was expecting. Based on the description. But water-wise, it's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. I'm very confused. Because I really feel like there was a third place there. I don't really wanna... This I did what I could do. And this I can only see that the little thing is there. Oh, can I ride the thing from here, maybe? I don't like that there's a mic to hear my pleas for mercy, because this is a torture chair. Does this change anything about the little shutters? Nope. What about this? Nope. Okay. So there was a third place, and I am going insane. Where I turned on the thing that turned on the gas. Yeah, and there was this door. So is this door the one that opens with the scarabs? Oh, and there was this. I'm annoyed. Maybe it's this? But I feel like this has helped me, so I don't want to... Okay, so the leaf pattern is in here, in the door. There's no other indication of what order do I have to do the scarabs at. But I feel like I did it in the right order of things happening. Like this one. Paper fell from the tree. Oh, there's the symbols. Square. Okay. How am I gonna deal with this? Features? So there's the symbols for the other room. And this looks like something as well. Alright. Good to know. What about this? This just shows the thing that turns the trees into the books or into paper. Don't recognize any symbols there. This is the creation of the worlds. Because I feel like this is in the right order. If we're considering that in the first scarab they were... like the pages were falling from the trees, and then they discovered that they could kill the trees to make new papers, and then they used those new papers to create new worlds, and then after that destruction came. They felt like gods, and the last one is destruction. So it feels like it's in the right order. And moon and sun. This is the last one. And they have the symbol that's on the floor, but what does that have to do with me? Okay, so I did the lever there. This here. What does that do below us? This side, maybe? This is still making the sound. I still haven't left this area, but like... they are tossing dough and learning to run a pizzeria. The body's gone. It was not a body. Oh my god, there's kids' faces here. The game is fucking scary. I'm right now. I'm gonna change this. Look at this. Look at this. What the fuck? No, don't. Just don't. Don't do this. Please. So I turned the thing. And I press the button. And I feel like I'm already stuck. And if I look here and I look there, the door. It's quite impressive you caught that. Most people don't. Yes, those are developers' kids got a special inclusion in the game. Terrible. Don't. Like, there's no need. Yeah, it's this door that was closed with that lever. Okay. That's fine. But what about the puzzle pieces? And now I gotta turn the lever on again. Okay, and this is the third peep. So there's two peeps together here. A door and a third peep. Will I have to read Everett? Will I have to read the thing? My journal thing from Atris to get this done? What'd you think you're playing? I didn't have to read anything in the first one. Like, for real, for real. It was just flavor text. But I don't get this one. At least I can do the button here. I could be reading the thing while we do the button. That would be practical. P. Then I gotta do it twice? I'm gonna draw a diagram of how this room works because there's a few pops sometimes with the audio. And then there's a huge... Yeah, there's some pops sometimes with this. This! This was the thing I was looking for. So do I leave it closed? But it feels like I gotta leave it open. Oh, but now the steam is coming off. What? What? How did I get here? I am so bad with spatial awareness. Okay. Press this. Are you asking that in the existential sense? No. Like, I gotta be on this side of the wall to roll the thing and get to that part. But I really need a diagram of how that room works. Because I'm not... I understand there's two peepholes close together and two doors and then a third peephole. But I'm not seeing it moving the way I'm expecting it to move. Now I'm gonna have to do it twice. And the doors... The door that was here, there's gonna be 2 peepholes. So the doors are gonna be pointing nowhere now. So there's gonna be a second peephole if I go to the other thing here. No, it's open. What the fuck? I don't... It's open to the same thing. I am so confused with how this space is configured. Is this not making a sound now? It isn't. So the thing that I turned off now powers this. So it needs to be in the position it was before. Which is okay. Now... What if I press a button here? Then there's gonna be 2 peepholes. So I'm gonna have to press a button twice. Thrice. I'm gonna read the book. Let me just figure this out. Plenty of time to drink my cold tea. No, I pressed it twice. But now if I stay here... I want to go back to the dome. I don't get the dome, the ice cream shape obsession. Was that mentioned in the book? Any ice cream shape meaning? See, this is not where I thought this was gonna go. How do I get back to the dome now? Oh, do I gotta go through... I do twice here and then this is closed and I go through the other... I'm gonna have to draw this. This is not... Then we do a second one, there's a second peephole. But then 2 doors are gonna be open on the other side. And it's the 2 doors that I have no way of accessing from this side. No. Now there's a door. What? And then I can... Anyway, the symbols we saw are these things. The legs of the spider. And they go somewhere. Oh, go back. Oh, I gotta read the book. I know. No. I'm gonna do it. So I gotta make that lift work. This is closed? No. Okay. It's okay. Maybe this works only when the other thing is not being powered. If that's the case, it's gonna be so fucking annoying. I kid you not. It's gonna be so annoying. But this has a thing here. Okay, now the thing is up. If I do this, the thing's still up. And if I go here, now there's steam coming off. And steam coming off here. And the thing is still up. So what? I like that it's steampunk. Appreciate that. That thing turns. And it's very spatial. Like, you can look at a lot of places without it necessarily having a point of interest, just to feel the world, because I'm almost certain this is modeled in 3D and just rendered as pictures, which must have been a lot of work. How do I control these things? Maybe I control them from here, so I gotta find a way to get the elevator to work. Does the elevator work when I get this thing to work? And if so, I need to find a sequence. What would the sequence be? The sounds are a little bit scary as well. Oh, I can't click them anymore. Oh, it's because the thing is not up all the way, right? Nope. Like, how do I know what any of this is doing? Okay, I'm gonna go to the other island then. Dispersing our attention. Ah! I closed the door. You guys there? My live stream's unstable. Oh no. Okay, open. Is this a clue? Doesn't look like it. Okay. We go to the other islands. Little fishy. Fine. I like the way things are imagined to work. It gives me a little bit of a BioShock vibe as well. Do you have clues? Also, I imagine Riven way bigger, I think. maybe. I don't know why, but I didn't really imagine it as a small island, just as small. It feels like all of the worlds they create are really small islands. Okay, we have a cave. An eye. We have a symbol that looks like a K and an I. So key. And we go to the cave. Okay. Back. Was nothing. Just some markings. There's a thing we can press here. That doesn't do anything. Okay, we can go up and we can go down. Yesterday you talked about Eric Anderson's comments. Are you getting a maglev? Can you get a maglev? That was a reference to this machine in Oprah Winfrey. Oh. Like, you get a maglev and you get... What's a maglev? The fish? This? Oh. A disc? Oh. This is pretty. The trees. From the scarab story. I am gonna get so lost in here. Can I go? The little scarabs. Little buddy. Can I pet that dog? Oh, it went away. Okay. So maybe this is the first one? The trees being cut. Because the trees are cut. Big X. Minecart. Oh my god. I don't know where to go first. Let's go to the door then, because the scarab was there. Hey, Spiper. Welcome. How you doing? The tram is a maglev. Oh, the tram. The name is tram. Short for magnetic levitation. This reminds me a little bit of the other game we played. The new one. Remember the one that had the girl turn into a fish? It was probably inspired by this as well, but anyway. This is pretty. Very Avatar-like. Avatar, I think is the way you guys say it. Ooh. Very nice. Can I open this? I am so lost, I will never get back to where we started. A person! Warning everybody about me. This is not good. Been lurking for a little while. I appreciate the time you're giving all these details. Am I? I do... Oh. Can I not go back, please? Okay. Oh, another thing that turns. I try to be very descriptive. I think it's very important to people like me who are doing so many other things while listening to the live stream. And also to people who are vision impaired. The game looks... This island is amazing. It looks so good. More people. I don't know, because I feel like I shouldn't go towards people. But they are coming towards me now, so I don't have a real choice. But maybe I fucked up. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, they're running from me. Maybe I shouldn't have come here before I solved the thing that I was trying to solve and gave up. We can go down. Huh? Very pretty. I'm glad I played. I'm playing the old version first. Not that I plan on playing the remake soon, because Rodri was saying that he had motion sickness playing that one, and I'm very prone to motion sickness, so probably not a good idea for me to play it. Be civil. At least tell me you're not home. Don't scare the children. Oh, I can't go back. So someone is coming. Okay, that is scary. Sorry, guys. Just passing by. Ooh. Okay. I don't know if you can hear my clicking, but I do be clicking every single thing I can, especially because the mouse cursor doesn't change when I can click something. So I'm just like obsessively clicking everywhere I can, because what if something is interactable and I don't click it? Then I missed an opportunity. So this is one thing that people should think about when they're developing games. Important to give feedback about what's interactable in a game where everything is a picture. Ah. Okay, can't click anything. Go back. I do agree that a problem with the game is that the cursor doesn't change for interactables. Yeah, and my mouse. Oh. Oh. I'm not sure I wanted to do that. But I don't think I did. Maybe somebody comes back? Oh, maybe I use... I use it somewhere else? Not me just showing up to this place, like, and people are fleeing me, and I'm just, okay, I'm gonna just... go around and use all your things, if you don't mind. How do I get back? Sorry. There. It gets a little bit confusing sometimes where I'm looking at. Especially because I'm bad with keeping a mental map of the place. So I thought I was gonna bring the thing here, but apparently I haven't brought it. But that's okay. I'll explore other places. This is surely creating my mental map. Ah, okay. So both roads lead this to the same place. Let's go to the mines. To the mines! This in VR must be cool, you know. And one interesting thing is that with VR, I never get motion sickness. Wow. Sorry about the... It's probably so pixelized for you. Because it is for me. This Warrior High must be a trip. But I never get motion sick in when I'm playing something in VR, and I do get motion sick a lot when I'm playing first person games just in a monitor like this. So I'm not sure what the science is there, but this game must be beautiful in VR. Maybe you'll have fun streaming Raven in VR. Maybe. I don't have a headset. I have used it, but I don't have the setup. Way too expensive. Okay, we're in the industrial district. And this is a drawing I saw there on the scarabs. The beach. Is that a drawing of something? Any scary kids lurking around? Ooh, can go up here. So this is how I get back? Oh, I don't want to get back. No. Okay. And also, now that I started playing this one, does this connect to the dome? I'm not clicking anything. I'm doing reconnaissance. Okay. We have stairs. They're not open. Huge pipes. That's what she said. Okay. And this is a stove. Or a furnace of sorts. I think this goes to the dome. Seems like it's... Do I... What does that do? What does that do? People have to leave instructions. Like, you can't count on your whole civilization being alive forever. Manuals have to be laying around. In case everyone dies. This is my motto at work. I'm always in meetings telling people, what if our whole team dies today? Like, we gotta have everything well documented. Okay. Did that open anything? Oh, I didn't read the thing. I just don't. I don't. Did that open this for me? Nope. Okay. I accept. Let's read then. Where did I stop? 87,616 doesn't make any sense. Revisions to Riven completed. Is it like major minor patch? Maybe. Revisions to Riven completed. There are still a number of minor adjustments which need to be made, but the basic corrections have been entered and should be working. Something's not right. I've been monitoring the instruments for several hours now, but have thus far observed no change. It's possible that I made an error, though I've checked my entry against my pre-notation and can find no discrepancy. I've not had a rest in nearly 3 days, so it may be that I'm just not seeing it. If the fault is with my foundational assumptions, however, perhaps after a short rest I will see something. Success! It appears that my repairs have been effective after all. The gateway image has become noticeably clearer, and although it is impossible to know this with absolute certainty, the island seems to have quieted itself. Just a few more weeks of work, and I should be free at last to go there myself and attempt to bring Catherine back. The past 8 months have left me little time to think, to devise a strategy for getting her out of there. I've received no sign from her at all that time. In all that time, I'm afraid that no, I must assume that she's all right. Lest my fears undermine my efforts to bring her back. But didn't she? Why would she go to Riven? I did not create the Age of Riven. Unlike my father, I have never presumed to have such power, and yet the future of all those who live there has fallen into my hands. So far, I managed to read a page before it turns. The island continues to appear stable, and I would like to believe that I have saved the dying world, but the theories of any individual cannot support the lives of real people indefinitely. I must get everyone off of Riven as soon as possible. The problem now is Gin. I'll never be able to rescue Catherine and relocate the islanders if he is still the man he once was. I haven't seen him in over 30 years, but his history forces me to assume that he is still a threat. His myopic mission to restore the Dni civilization has left too many innocent cultures dying in its wake, and would continue to do so were he to once again be free of the confines of Riven, or the Fifth Age, as he coldly titled it. The universe has been safe from his corruptive influence for the last 33 years because no one has been able to leave that age, the last linking book out of Riven having been lost to the star feature upon my return to Mist. Huh. That was my intention, to maroon my father on Riven by removing all the Then how is Catherine in Riven? Like, didn't she come to Mist? I'm so lost. Because if she was left in Riven with Gin when Atreus left him there, or am I not reading something from now? Since the art, I should finish reading, right? And since the art of constructing books had long been lost with the fall of the Dni, he would be trapped there for the remainder of his lifetime and effectively segregated from the countless other worlds that he would have invaded. Oh, shit. In effect, that is what we achieved, but the way it fell, however, was no one's ideal. Though the sting of the incident has gradually faded from my memory, the deep pain of the responsibility for what actually came to be has never left me. At the time, it all seemed so clear. Gen's destructive path could not be allowed to continue, but it was never my choice that the innocent inhabitants of Riven who had already suffered so much would be the ones to pay for it. Enough! To dwell in the past is to die in the present. The situation is not the same as it was then. The knowledge I've acquired in the years since that time has yet to be applied to this problem. I think I have the solution. Why it did not occur to me sooner, I do not know, unless the idea of it had been pushed out with the thought of my sons. A prison book. Many years ago, during a hunting expedition through the ruins of the Dni, why Catherine's here at all is a good question. Is it a rhetorical question? No. Like, I just don't understand the timeline, because if he lost the only book that led back to Riven, how did Catherine get here? And if Catherine did not get back to Mist at all before he lost the book, then where do the sons come from? Because the sons must have existed in Mist, somewhere in between then, which couldn't because Catherine and Atris were like together for the first time when all of that happened with Gen. So she must have returned to Riven with another book, or maybe they found a book. And if she found a book, but then he has another book that he gave to me, so he wrote a new book. I don't know. I don't understand anything. Sirius and Ekna tricked their mother to going first to Earth and then to Riven. The series had not told us how they arranged this trick. When Miss One begins, all four family members have trapped each other, but a lot of the sequence and details of this are unknown. Why? Well, a prison book. Many years ago, during a hunting expedition through the ruins of Denis, I chanced upon a formula for a most unusual type of book. Unfortunately, due to the fact that my father was then in the habit of confiscating my discoveries, I was forced to leave it behind. Years later, however, as a part of my efforts to protect the vulnerable worlds linked to the books in my library, I was pleased to find that I could still recall most of the formula, and with little experimentation quickly succeeded in creating one of these devices myself. The procedure is actually quite simple. By altering key lines of text but slightly, a normal linking book's connection can be partially severed, such that anyone who attempts to use the book will be permanently trapped in the dark void of the link. That is, unless someone else then uses the book, at which point that person would become trapped and the first person displaced back into the world. The technique can be applied to books that have already been written, changes to the original text being so slight that anyone who is unfamiliar with the code will be unable to detect them. If the code, if indeed my father has not changed, what better bait could there be than a book that appeared to be a link back here to the knee? Trouble. Trouble, trouble. My nightly analysis of the island's condition has revealed that the tremors have begun again. The pattern, however, is new. The disturbances are the result of the changes I have made. This did not at first concern me, however, tremors of this type were one of the possible side effects that I had anticipated during this initial phase of the island's readjustment. Still, in order to verify my assumptions, I decided to calculate again. Incorporating the new data, the results were not what I expected. Remember that Atreus II and Catherine pledged to keep a double firewall between Mist and Riven with Earth in the middle. They had planned never to leave their side of the firewall, but then their sons somehow convinced each parent separately to break that plan. What about Anne? Where's Anne? The damage to the understructure is more extensive than I realized. I can no longer go to Riven as planned. Catherine, forgive me. I must act while I still have the time. The signs are barely visible, but there's no question that the island's deterioration is accelerating. Total collapse is imminent unless I can keep ahead, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to do. With every passing moment, I gain a clearer picture of the incredible chaos that my father's economy of words has yielded, but it is a dismaying process. The complexity of the problem is overwhelming. There is no end to this. The last few days have all but convinced me that the collapse of Riven is inevitable, and that at best I can only strive to delay it now, and hope that at some point the island will become stable enough to risk a rescue attempt. I think I've come up with a way to subdue the tremors. It will require my exclusive attention for at least a month or two. So it may be necessary to discontinue these journal entries for a while. Atreus remarked in Mist that they used their own mother. One could presume he meant she was used to lure him to the knee. One thing that intrigues me is that people can put other people's hands to the book and then only the person whose hand is being held against the book is going to be teleported. But if you think about it, both people should be teleported when that happens. Because what's determining the limit to what parts of matter are being teleported when something touches the window? Like, is it what's what's the criteria to what the book teleports? Like one being only at a time, or it has to be part of a single ecosystem. Do other animals also get teleported? Can a dog teleport from one age to the other? What about objects? Can I put a single object on top of it? Does it have to be living? What about plants? Because plants are living. What about dead animals? I have so many questions that are very important to world building. Certainly, maybe they had her write a note that had a different meaning to Atreus than she intended. Yeah. Something truly miraculous has happened. Beyond all conceivable probabilities, someone has finally found my lost mist linking book and has freed me from this prison. Oh, me? Me! I immediately realized that this could be the solution to my dilemma, and I believe my mysterious benefactor is willing to assist me. I'm still not sure it can work. The logistics of such a scheme is formidable, but the mere fact that it may not be possible for me to continue my repairs to Riven and yet proceed with my original intent to find Catherine has given me new hope. The last few days here the last few days have left me little time to work on the remaining problems with sending someone else to Riven. It did occur to me, however, that if a way could be found to signal me once Gan had been captured, it will no longer be necessary to take a real linking book to Riven and risk. So he trapped me here and risk the possibility to inadvertently releasing Gan. The deteriorated state of the gateway image makes the use of a visual signal impossible, but the picture remains a reliable indicator of Riven's condition nonetheless. By measuring the interpreting variations in the noise patterns, I'm still able to observe basic changes that occur in the age. Even though I cannot see them, the problem is that my instruments can only detect changes that occur at a fundamental level, and it seems unlikely that an individual could affect such an elementary change from within an age. The idea may be foolish. Still, there's a known weakness that may be worth investigated. An anomaly that appears as a rift between two separate systems, the star fissure. But how or even if this fact could be exploited, I cannot say. About a decade later, Rawa, the Cyan lore man, gave a rule of thumb for linking books. Anything that be brought with you if you were to step forward would also be brought with you when you link. So basically anything you're carrying. Like a baby. Small animal. What if somebody was piggybacking on me? I could carry them forward. What if I were in a vehicle? I think Rodri is still interested in including those writings of Raw in the book club. We'll see if that happens. Sending someone to Riven also means that once I received the signal that they were ready to return, I would have to leave my writing in order to take a real linking book there myself. Okay, however, provided my father was safely out of the way, they should have take very little time. After that, assuming the island does not incur much damage in my absence, it should then be a relatively simple matter to hold it together long enough for Catherine to return to Riven and evacuate the remaining islanders. So he has to constantly be writing in order for the island to stay stable? Is that it? Predetermining a signal without knowing the topography of the island may prove to be impossible, but I'm afraid there can be only one answer to the question of whether or not I should send my friend to Riven with a way out. The potential of failure will be greatly diminished if the prison book is all that is taken there. I'm sure my father is expecting me to bring a linking book to Riven. May he not be disappointed. That none of that helped me with any of the puzzles. Everett, you owe me. What do I do with a furnace? Like this? Did it turn off? You are right that Anne's situation is unknown. The last time you saw her was when she was playing with Sirius and Ekner as children on Miss. However, at this point she would probably be around 110, and her absence from Black Ships and Miss One seems to suggest that she has died. Oh, I didn't even see that this was here. Did I do this before? Is this open now? Okay, I don't know if I have solved a single puzzle thus far. But I'm getting really, really, really hungry, and it's really, really, really late here. So I think we're gonna leave this here for today. And we're gonna... Am I in the same place? What? Okay. How is the saving work with this? Like, can I just... leave? Turned off the furnace. Can save pretty much anywhere. Okay, thank you. Remember that Denis brought food onto the cavern by linking raw food grain through a linking panel. Yeah, but that's one of the things I was asking about, because if they have to feed an entire population based on food that's in another age, how much time will they spend like just linking small amounts of food? Seems that anything that is or recently was alive can link. Like there has to be a whole operation of people that never stop linking food. Very weird. But yeah. Ah, see, the symbol is the same. Symbol looks a lot like... I don't know. I feel like they really do walk a thin line between scary and beautiful, chill puzzle thing. But maybe it's just me that finds this thing, like the sounds and the atmosphere, a little scary. Not that I'm afraid of it. Like, I'm not gonna not be able to sleep now, but it has an unsettling atmosphere that makes you a little bit on the edge, you know? You probably build some sort of chute over the linking panel that just dumps grain into that. I think we're supposed to believe that there's a lot of manpower that is constantly just linking food from the agricultural ages, that need very much use the colonial model of constantly sucking natural resources from other ages into the cavern. Yeah, I don't really like the idea of the cavern. Like, move your whole population somewhere else, you know? Find an age that works and move your population there. You don't have to live in a cave unless, I don't know, maybe they have light sensitivity because they live their whole lives in a cave. So your eyes become sensitive, you know? Because, like, for example, people with bright eyes like mine, we have more light sensitivity. So maybe, and if you're so used to the dark and you spend too much time in the dark, your eyes become more sensitive. So maybe that has to do with it, but you get used to it, you adapt. They could very easily develop, they have a lot of technology to break volcanic rock and build entire operations of these things. They could make sunglasses, I'm pretty sure, or hats. I'm not being critical of the lore. Like, I like worlds and universes that make sense. I feel like I'm just exploring and not being critical. Like, I don't really, it doesn't really make me like less of the universe because I'm able to question these things. And also, I'm able to enjoy the game without being so deeply aware of the lore that I'm looking for it. Like, the part we read there where Atreus's diary or thing where he was explaining how he was gonna solve the whole, just like I played it as a kid and I didn't really understand the English parts of when people were talking about or why I was doing those things. I don't really need that to be ingrained in my brain. If I find a game enjoyable and if I get the dopamine of solving the puzzles and understanding how things work. So if what I'm interacting with makes sense, that's enough for me. But I will also question how it works with the rest of the universe. Like, for example, where do they go to the bathroom? They have huts that are only for bathroom operations. Do they have, like, sewage? Or is that just never considered anywhere? Like, is there pollution to the waters in the island? You know, things that you can question but don't really change your experience. Remember that the Dini are quite light sensitive and have to wear goggles in what for humans would be normal daylight. Yeah, exactly. The Dini just like living underground. They're like talking dwarves. Okay. And I want to explore more of the generational thing of one, the Dini generation being good, altruistic people, and the next generation being just pieces of shit, God-feeling people, and then the next one maybe feeling bad from the previous generation being the opposite. Because it has a bit of a realistic route, but it's not, it's a simplification of how things work. Congratulations on the progress thus far. Hope you're having and will continue to have fun. Are you otherwise sticking to your weekend schedule? Yeah. I'm trying to get back to the weekends, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'll try to be better about schedule, but I'm on vacation, so I'm just doing whatever I feel like. Thank you, Spiper, for joining. Hope you come back. And to all of the lurkers out there, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I'm sorry about all my rambling and how sometimes I read stuff that doesn't really make sense because English is not my first language as well, so I find words that I'm not recognizing in the wild. And if you do dream about all of this, I hope the dream's about the cardinal and his attire. Okay. I will have nothing against that. But thank you. Hope you guys have a nice evening or rest of your day. See you next time. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. I never know how to stop this thing. Oh my god. There we go.